Hello again, this is Mantis Zero from Game Gogakuen, and today I'm going to be showing you how I create screenshots from the PCSX2 PlayStation 2 emulator and then convert those screenshots to the format I like and then crop them for flashcards. So some things to note are that Demento just happens to be compatible with the widescreen hacks that have come out, so I'll be running them in widescreen aspect ratio. And you can see here that it does some funny things to the non-3D artwork. This movie gallery looks kind of stretched, and so some of the conversion that I'm going to be doing is just converting it to look right because it is playing in widescreen. It says here it's got 3 widescreen hacks running. So I'll show you the settings for the emulator that I'm using, and those are using the Direct 3D 11 renderer at 4x native PS2 resolution. And I've got the game open here. I'm going to run it full screen. Full screen, by the way, is Alt-Enter. And then I'm going to select the first movie, and I'm going to be pressing F8, which is the screenshot key. So I'm going to try to take screenshots with and without the subtitles displayed. I'll be taking the subtitles screenshots in order to map the image to the flashcard, and then the image without the subtitle would be to get a good image for the flashcard, because the text I'll already have typed out, so I won't need to see it on the screenshot.
I've gathered some clothes for you.
So I just pressed F8 once before she said that, and once while she was saying what she was saying with the subtitle. It looks like she's about to talk, so yeah. I pressed it once before she talked and once while the subtitle was up while she was talking.
Excuse me, but where are we?
So that time I didn't get a screenshot before,
How did I get here?
so I took one after with the subtitles gone.
Yes, Master. We will keep her here for a while. I will make sure she stays comfortable.
I'm just trying to take screenshots of all the text that shows up in the subtitles. And again, I don't want the subtitles in the actual image on my flashcard, so I'm trying to take a screenshot without the subtitles. Okay, so that was the movie, and now we'll go into the folder. By the way, the default screenshot folder, if you're using the default settings, is your My Documents folder, and then PCSX2, and then Snaps. And all the images you take will go here. These are taken as BMP files. I'm not sure if that's something I set. I'm not sure if I set it to take BMP images or if that's the only type of image you can take. But anyway, if you rummage through the settings, you can probably find whether or not you can change that or not. So it just so happens that mine are BMP files, and the problem, since I'm running the widescreen hacks, is that, as you can see, the images look very tall and skinny. And if this was not hacked for widescreen, it would probably look okay. But at 4x native resolution, you're going to get screenshots that are 2560 by 1792, which is, if you no standard monitor sizes. The closest one to this is 2560 by 1440, and that just happens to look really good and match the widescreen aspect ratio. So I'm going to resize these to that resolution, and you'll see how much better it looks. You see, it doesn't matter if it's full screen or windowed, it still looks squashed and the people look really skinny and tall. So I'm going to go to Batch Conversion, Rename, and select all the files except for the folder, add those. It's going to convert it to PNG format, which is, I believe, is lossless. And I try to keep it as lossless as possible until the end, where I convert it to JPEG for the flashcards, just to keep my Anki deck relatively small. And under advanced options, that's where I have it set to 2560 by 1440. So as you can see here, the original 2560 by 1792 is just going to be a little bit squished height-wise. So that'll balance it out and make it look right again. And I have a resample function selected. I'm not sure if that helps, but that's just how I have it set. So I'm going to start the batch, and they're going to go in the Demento folder under the PSX2 snaps folder, and then into the 1440p folder. And another good thing about converting your screenshots from bitmap to ping, I'm not sure if that's how you say those, is that if you'll see here, the bitmap files are 17.5 megabytes, whereas the converted files, which aren't much smaller in resolution, are 1.59 megabytes. You can see down here. So it's quite a bit smaller, and you see when I open it, it looks more aspect ratio correct. So full screen or not, it still looks good, and I can go through all the images, and now they're the right size. So basically what I do is I take a screenshot with subtitles displayed on it. This one says mate, and it says wait. I don't have a flashcard for this one because it's extremely simple, but if I were going to make one, I would search in my Anki deck for mate, or if I was making a new card, I would just type mate in the I type mate and search for that. I probably have a lot of cards with the word mate in it, but I'm not going to search them all right now. But let's say I didn't know mate, I would make a card for it like this, and then to get the image here, I would take a screen that was somewhere around where that was, where that subtitle occurred, where that dialogue occurred in the movie, and just crop that and save it to my sized for Anki folder, and this will convert it to a JPEG of moderately good quality. So let's see. I think that the first, oh, I didn't quite make it. So I didn't get a good one without the subtitles of this one. So if I were going to crop this one, see how I'd lose part of that bottom section of the image, because this would give away the answer if I had that in there. So I would have to crop it like this. And if I did it correctly, like this one, and that one's, yeah, it's not bad. But see, I can crop all the way down here, all the way to the top. So I like to try to get screenshots without text on them for making the actual images. So you can see here in the sized for Anki folder, the file's only 113 kilobytes, all the way down from something like 17.5 megabytes. So it saves a lot of space. It looks correct aspect ratio wise, and yeah, so that's basically how I make my images for my flashcards. And now I would put here in the image field. So that sums it up, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.